she inspires young people all over the country.
Would you like to see her join you in the Senate?
Right now, we have, as I said, just a whole lot of people in the Congress. Okay, Jonathan, thanks.
Wait, I got one more. This is important.
No, I asked you.
Okay.
You know, you want to do nonsense, do nonsense.
No.
I don't want to talk about inside the Beltway stuff. I got 32,000 people.
I was just asking you about AOC because she was out there with you.
No, fine, but I don't want to talk about.
Oh, man, made this fella storm off. Made this fella walk off set. Get up. This is, man, you just can't make this up. You just can't make this up. And this shows what's wrong with the left, man. He shows what's wrong with the left. Mr. Independent, you know, ask the question about AOC. Man, I'm here for this, y'all. We just keep winning. We just keep winning, family.
Is there anything that you think Trump has done right?
Yeah, I mean, I think cracking down on fentanyl, making sure our borders are stronger. Look, nobody thinks illegal immigration is appropriate.
We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us to.
Whoa. What she didn't say fight. She said fart.
We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us.
Yeah, the Democratic Party is done. In the ditch. Motor shot, transmission shot, faux flat tires. The sedan is in the ditch. You know, and y'all had warning lights come on. But warnings come before destruction. And now people are walking out, abandoned ship. Lifelong Democrats, liberals, they're leaving. They have left the party. Y'all had warnings before destruction. The check engine light came on long time ago. And now you're in a ditch. And this is your so-called leader who can't get it right. Time to go back to the bar. Back to the bar. Back to the bar. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, you just can't make this up. Their anti-Trump rally they just had just got busted.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, somebody just walked off an interview. Somebody just stormed out. Somebody got upset. Somebody got triggered. It's finna get spicy. I gave you a disclaimer, gave you a warning. You see the title, it's finna go down. Woo-woo. This one ain't clickbait. This one ain't clickbait. Yeah, it's really happening. Yeah, buddy, and I'm here for it. We just keep winning. What's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. We just keep winning. And who we got up next? Bernie Sanders, Brother Bernie. Hey, they say Bernie and AOC 2028. AOC and Bernie 2028. Woo! You just can't make this up. And look at their rally they just had in Denver. You know, they said 34,000 people, but it was really 20,000 people. And then come to find out it was a big busted in scam. They got busted and people got paid. And these individuals attended protests and also Kamala Harris stops. The ones that got off the buses. You just can't make this up with these Democrats, man. It's never authentic, organic. It's a bunch of scams, frauds, criminals, fakes. You know, people need to be put in handcuffs, man. Put your hands behind your back. But AOC and Bernie Sanders 2028, man. They're in desperate search for a leader right now, and AOC is polling higher than anybody. So this is how you know we're winning, man. They said she has it with the young people. But this is what she just said.
For us to. We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us to. Yeah. We need a Democratic Party that fights harder.
People are just laughing at her. It says we need a Democratic Party that farts harder for us. Is that really the best Democrats have? We may never lose an election again. Yeah, not looking good for Democrats, man. Again, like I tell y'all, transmission shot, motor shot, you know, all 4 tires, windshield cracked. I mean, and it's cracked to where you can't see out the windshield. And they ran into a ditch, drunk as hell. And right now they're sitting in a ditch and they're not asking for help. They're not calling anybody. They don't want a tow truck. They're just sitting in the ditch. You know, and time again, they've had, you know, warnings come before destruction. You know, conspiracy theorists, conspiracy facts. We were right about everything. Conservatives dragged through the mud, right about everything. Trump dragged through the mud, right about everything. Couldn't beat your opponent fair and square. Couldn't beat your political opponent fair and square. And we spent more time attacking Trump just to roll the red carpet out for the man. You know, the people spoke loud and clear. And now we just get to laugh at this mess. And people walking off set, storming off set. Yeah, somebody's going to walk off and storm off set. And guess who it is? We got to pull it up, man. We got the full interview right here. It's only 10 minutes long. And we're going to enjoy Bernie Sanders in this interview right here, y'all. Again, if you're new here, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button for your boy. And we finna rock and roll with this one, man. You just can't make this up, man. Bernie Sanders and AOC for 2028. He will be 87 years old. Yeah. What do y'all think of that? Comment down below. Can't wait to read the comments, man.
I was there and spoke with Senator Sanders after the rally about whether the Democratic Party can do anything to slow President Trump's agenda.
Bernie is back.
Hey, Mr. Trump, people fought and died to create a democratic society. You're not going to take it away from us.
83-year-old independent Senator Bernie Sanders is drawing crowds even bigger than he did as a presidential candidate.
Feeling the burn.
Yeah. For the past month, Sanders has taken his fight against President Donald Trump on the road. He's billing it the Fighting Oligarchy Tour.
We will not allow America to become an oligarchy.
In Denver,
I love how look. I love how this scam got busted for this rally, man. And just like we seen in the campaign, people being bussed in, paid off, you know, couldn't take them serious, you know, paid celebrities, Oprah Winfrey's, you know, Beyonce. They thought they were going to turn Texas blue. People were bussed in, thousands and thousands bussed in, paid, you know. Act Blue. BLM. Pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine protesters. I mean, it's crazy, man. Just can't make this stuff up. A complete scam. Nothing authentic. Nothing organic. And these people here went to 20 of Kamala rallies. Scamala rallies.
Anti-Trump sentiment was strong.
And you see how this past election played out and how that played out for Kamala Harris and Democrats. Yeah. And what the whistleblowers came out and said about all this. Yeah.
I think it's a disaster. And he talks about he has a mandate. He never had a mandate.
But so was the frustration with Democrats. How's the Democratic Party doing?
They got to be a little tougher.
Quit being a bunch of doormats.
It feels like we're left stranded when everything feels like it's crumbling.
Tour's Western swing, Sanders was joined by New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
He has handed the keys of the federal government to Elon Musk. And is selling off our country for parts to the richest people on the planet.
More than 30,000 people showed up for their joint appearance in Denver.
Look, as you know, when you run for president, you do a lot of rallies, and we've done a lot of big rallies. 32,000 people here is by far the largest rally I have ever done, and nobody's running for office. That tells you something.
So what are you trying to accomplish with this tour?
I'm trying to make it clear to the people throughout the world and throughout our own country that the American people are not going to sit idly by and allow Trump establish an oligarchic form of government where Musk and other billionaires are running our government. And we're not going to sit back and allow him to form an authoritarian form of society undermining the Constitution, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and undoing what the founding fathers of this country did in the 1790s, separation of powers, making sure that no one person had an extraordinary amount of power. And that is precisely what Trump is trying to do. He wants it all. He doesn't want Congress. He doesn't want the media. He doesn't want the judiciary. He wants all of the power. We cannot allow him to have that.
Well, I hear you telling people out there, fight back. What do you mean, though? How do these people, how do they fight back?
Well, it's the question. We're working on it right now. But I think, first of all, coming here and showing the world that Americans are not going to sit back and take what Trump is doing is a good step forward. But obviously, what we need to do is what neither political party is capable of doing right now. And that is develop a strong grassroots movement prepared to run candidates, prepared to stand up and question candidates, demand responsibility from their elected officials to stand with working families and not just the 1%.
I've been covering you for a long, long time. I've heard you railing against millionaires and billionaires for a long time.
Hey, guess what?
Is it different?
Turns out a few other people are catching on to that, right? Yeah. I have been talking for many years about this.
Man, it's a disgrace, man.
And I think anybody who is not dumb,
it's very tiresome. It really is tiresome, y'all. I don't know how many times we got to go through this, man.
Blind is seeing precisely what is happening. Trump's inaugural, right behind them, 3 wealthiest guys in America. You know, Lincoln talked about a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Remember? Well, we got a government of the billionaire class, by the billionaire class, and for the billionaire class. That's what we have.
So we're about 60 days into the Trump era, the second Trump era.
This man is making a fool out of himself, man.
How would you grade the Democratic Party's response?
Well, I would take us back even 2 years before that, before Trump was elected, and saying that it saddens me that when the Democrats had control of the Senate, they did virtually nothing for working people. And I have to say that I'm a member of the Democratic caucus as an independent, so I'm not going to lie to you and tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Since then, do I think the Democrats have been effective in rallying the American people in stopping Trump's movement toward oligarchy and authoritarianism? No, I don't.
Is there anything that you think Trump has done right?
Yeah, I mean, I think cracking down on fentanyl. Making sure our borders are stronger. Nobody thinks that illegal immigration is appropriate. Now, I happen to think we need comprehensive immigration reform. But I don't think that it's appropriate for people to be coming across the border illegally. So we've got to work now on comprehensive immigration reform.
And these people are fakes, frauds, man. And they get exposed and make a fool out of themselves time and time after again. And then you go back to what what this man has said in the past. And then you play this clip right after it, or before or after. And you're like, huh? Yeah.
The idea that Trump has, I don't know what his latest numbers are, he wants to deport 20 million people who are in this country who are undocumented. Well, you do that, you destroy the entire country, because I got news for you. Trump's billionaire friends are not going to pick the crops in California that feed us. They're not going to.
How many times do we have to go through this, man? And this is why I'm saying I'm tired of the fear mongering. And that's why you get with these individuals, man. Propaganda, fear. He wants to fuel his propaganda, fear mongering, fake news, hatred, deranged. And this is why y'all lost and continue to lose.
In meat packing houses, that's what undocumented people are doing. So we need a variety of programs, guest worker programs, but mostly comprehensive immigration reform.
But illegal immigration, it exploded under Biden, and it had been high for times under Trump as well, but it exploded under Biden, and nothing was really done until his last year in office when he was...
Yep, should have done much better, no argument.
So realistically, Republicans control the House, they've controlled the White House, they control the Senate. So what realistically can be done?
Well, for major pieces of legislation, you still need 60 votes in the Senate. And let's be clear, I mean, we have picked many of the spots that I've gone to in Wisconsin, in Iowa, in Michigan. We chose them carefully.
Yeah.
And those are because they have Republican congressmen who won by small margins. Right now, I don't know what the number is. I think if 2 or 3 Republicans out of 200 and whatever it is, 18 or whatever they got, choose not to support giving tax breaks to billionaires and
We
cutting
go with this
Medicaid
crap.
and education, we can defeat this big supplemental bill, the beautiful bill that Trump wants to see passed. So right now, what we're trying to do is put pressure.
And it gets debunked time and time after again. It's very tiresome, man. You know, everything that comes out their mouth, man, has been debunked.
On those congressional districts, demand that Republican Congress people sit down and talk to their constituents and explain why they think it's a good idea to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1% and cut veterans programs, cut Medicaid, cut Social Security, cut education.
You said that the passage of this bill, the continuing resolution, was a absolute failure of Democratic leadership. Who are you talking about?
Well, Schumer is the leader of the party, and it should not have happened, period. No question about it. But, you know, when we talk about Democratic leadership, we're talking about the Democratic Party in general. You know, so look, there's been nobody more critical of Chuck Schumer than I have been. And not just on this thing. But the bottom line is not just Chuck Schumer. It's not just Chuck Schumer. It is you got a Democratic Party in general that is dominated by billionaires, just as the Republican Party is, that is operates under the leadership of a bunch of
There we go. Say the quiet part out loud. Say it out louder, please.
The Beltway consultants, very well paid, who are way out of touch with the 32,000 people who are here today.
Ocasio-Cortez's criticism of Schumer has been harsher, fueling speculation she'll challenge him in the Democratic primary when he is up for re-election in 3 years. For his part, Sanders doesn't want to talk about whether or not Schumer should remain the Democratic leader
We need to talk about term limits.
in the Senate. And he got irritated when I asked him about the possibility of AOC running, abruptly getting up to end the interview. Okay, you're out there with AOC today. Do you see her as a future of the progressive?
We have one of the untold stories
Yeah.
of what's going on in current American politics is that in the House of Representatives, you have dozens and dozens of strong, smart, disciplined, hardworking young people in the Progressive Caucus. And you know, way back when I first came to the Congress and the House, I helped form the Progressive Caucus. We had 5 people in it at that time. Now they got close to 100. So you got a whole lot of good people. Alexandria is extraordinary. I am so impressed by her work in Congress and she inspires young people all over the country.
Would you like to see her join you in the Senate?
Right now we have, as I said, just a whole lot of people in the Congress. Okay, Jonathan, thanks.
Wait, I got one more. This is important.
Well, I asked you.
Okay.
You know, you want to do nonsense, do nonsense.
No.
I don't want to talk about inside the bill.
No. Come. Look at ABC. Jonathan, no. Come. It's just a show, man. I tell you, with ABC, Democrats, CNN, MSNBC, ABCS, all of them, man. They walk off set, they storm off set, they humiliate themselves. You know, a complete laughing stock, man. And this is why the people don't trust you. This is why people turn off the TV. And when they do, they get a little bit of entertainment still. You know, it's just crap, man. And there he goes, just walks off.
Stop. I got 32,000 people.
I was just asking you about AOC because she was out there with you.
No, fine, but I don't want to talk about this. What was the last question?
I was just going to ask you one more question about you. I mean, that's all. I was literally your last.
What is your question?
Is Bernie trying to say that I don't want to hear about that? I think she needs to go back to the bar. Then maybe I might agree with you, Bernie. If that's why you walked off and stormed off set, then maybe them Patriots might give you a little leeway. Because if you think she needs to go back to the bar, and that's why you got up, hey, okay, now, then we might reside with you, Bernie.
Well, I mean, it's easier.
Complete laughing stock.
I mean, I want to ask you about your future. This is the biggest crowd. You said you ran for president twice. This is the biggest.
Then this crowd y'all had to come to just what a scam, fraud, bust in, paid. You know, not legit. Same what we seen this past election.
Biggest crowd you've ever seen. Are we going to see you run again, or what's your future?
Right now, I am very proud that the people of the state of Vermont sent me back to the Senate with 63% of the vote. Right now, I'm Vermont Senator. That's what I do, and I'm very happy to do it. I am 83 years of age, so, and I'm tired.
Yeah, and I'm tired. Term limits. What do y'all think of this though, man? AOC and Bernie Sanders 2028. He'll be 87 years old. You know, how do y'all feel about that? Rick, they won't ever win an election again. I can see it now. They won't ever win the election again. And there it is, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We keep it real. We have fun. We spread love. We break the news to you. We bring some of the best updates. But there it is, y'all. Bernie Sanders walking off and storming off set. You know, then they made him sit back down just so he can end it off and say, I'm tired. Yeah, there it is.